Kepner's ex-boyfriend, Joshua, too, spoke with Inside Edition. And he says when he found out that Anna died on that cruise ship, he called the FBI.
I did have a thought about it being her stepbrother. There was just one incident that made me very uncomfortable with him. So we FaceTime one night, and I had the phone propped up to where she could see me, and she had the phone propped up to where I could see her. And it was around 3 a.m. in the morning, and I seen her in the video, and I seen him try to go on top of her, if that makes sense. And I seen his face, and we made eye contact, and I kind of went off on him, what are you doing on top of her? What are you doing in her room? And he kind of got scared and looked at me and ran off, I went to her parents about it, and they didn't believe me about it. She was too scared to tell anybody. He said that if she said anything about that night of him crawling on top of her, that he'd do something to her to harm her. And I was on the phone while he said that.
So Joshua goes on to explain to us that Anna's bedroom in her family home was actually the dining room, a room that you could access from the kitchen.
There was these random times where I would be looking up, and I see him weirdly staring at her and stuff in a weird way, it wasn't a normal stare for someone. That he wouldn't keep his eyes off of her, And she would tell me about how he would scare her because he would do a lot of weird things like that. But she's scared to tell anybody because she was scared that he would do something to her because he carried around knives and all that type of stuff. She basically said that she just didn't feel safe around him, but she still had to be around him. She told me that she was uncomfortable with them being at the house because she didn't fully know who they were, that her dad had just met this woman not even a year ago, and she doesn't really like her.
After he found out Anna had died, he called her little brother, her biological little brother, to find out what he knew about what went on. And this is what he says her little brother told him.
He told me that he basically tried to go into the room and that he was stopped from going into the room by stepbrother. And he heard him yelling at her, in a harmful way, of shut the hell up and stuff like that. And that's when I knew something was going on. Something was banging around and stuff, and the chairs were getting thrown around in the room, and that's what he said.